In the realm of modern fighter jets, 2025 has brought renewed focus to India's ambitious and homegrown multirole light combat aircraft, the HAL Tejas. Though initially met with skepticism and delays, Tejas is now emerging as a symbol of indigenous capability, strategic autonomy, and technological maturity. As we delve deeper into why this aircraft is suddenly capturing global attention, it's important to understand not only its journey but also the pivotal role it plays in India's future air combat doctrines. The Tejas project began decades ago under India's Light Combat Aircraft program. It aimed to replace the aging MiG-21s and provide the Indian Air Force with a supersonic, agile, and domestically built fighter that could be tailored to India's strategic requirements. Over time, the journey was riddled with technical setbacks, budget constraints, and skepticism about its capabilities. However, through persistence, upgrades, and ongoing development, the Tejas has now transformed into a formidable lightweight fighter platform. In 2025, the aircraft has garnered renewed international interest, not just because of its performance enhancements, but due to the geopolitical and strategic shifts in the Indo-Pacific region. One of the reasons the Tejas is gaining attention is due to its increasing operational deployment within the Indian Air Force. The induction of multiple Tejas squadrons in 2023 and 2024 has demonstrated India's confidence in the platform. These squadrons are now participating in high-profile exercises, both domestically and with foreign air forces. The aircraft has shown impressive performance in multinational drills, especially in air-to-air combat scenarios where agility, speed, and electronic warfare capabilities are tested to the limit. From a technical standpoint, the current iteration, Tejas Mk1A, is significantly more capable than its early versions. Featuring advanced avionics, an updated electronic warfare suite, AESA radar, reduced radar cross-section, improved cockpit ergonomics, and a higher weapons payload capacity, the Mk1A variant represents a matured platform. With fly-by-wire control systems and digital flight computers, Tejas provides superior agility and maneuverability, particularly valuable in dogfight scenarios. Its small size and delta-wing design help it achieve a reduced visual and radar signature, giving it a tactical advantage. What's also turning heads in 2025 is the export potential of Tejas. Several countries in Southeast Asia, the Middle East, and even parts of Africa have expressed interest in the aircraft, citing cost-effectiveness, multirole flexibility, and India's strategic willingness to share defense technology. Nations looking to modernize their aging fleets without depending on expensive Western jets or politically complicated suppliers see Tejas as a practical alternative. It offers capabilities close to Western fourth-gen fighters but at a much lower cost, with greater room for customization based on local needs. Another factor drawing attention is India's defense diplomacy. Tejas is becoming a symbol of India's Make in India campaign and broader ambitions to become a defense exporter. As India strengthens military ties with countries like Argentina, Egypt, the Philippines, and others, Tejas serves as both a political and military instrument of soft power. Its presence in defense expos, flight demonstrations, and international exhibitions like Aero India and Dubai Airshow 2023 and 2025 has solidified its visibility on the global stage. Foreign delegations have seen the aircraft perform complex maneuvers, showcase weapon delivery systems, and engage in simulated combat operations. The Indian Navy's growing interest in naval variants of Tejas is another story altogether. While the initial prototypes of the carrier-based Tejas encountered challenges in weight and takeoff limitations, the lessons learned have directly contributed to the development of newer variants suited for short takeoff and arrested recovery, making it compatible with India's aircraft carriers like INS Vikrant. Although the Navy is also pursuing the twin-engine deck-based fighter program, the technology foundation laid by Tejas is being repurposed and integrated into those next-gen systems. It's a story of evolution, learning, and adaptation. Then there's the Tejas Mk2, currently under advanced development and projected for testing soon. The Mk2 is expected to bridge the gap between light and medium combat aircraft, offering increased fuel capacity, enhanced stealth features, a more powerful GEF 414 engine, longer range, and compatibility with a wider array of smart munitions and standoff weapons. The Mk2 will also feature conformal fuel tanks, improved survivability, and a greater emphasis on sensor fusion in network-centric warfare. This next version is being positioned as the true replacement for the Mirage 2000 and MiG-29 in Indian service, potentially bringing India closer to matching the technological standards of global military powers. Apart from hardware upgrades, software and digital integration are also crucial. The Tejas is being fitted with software-defined radios, upgraded mission computers, and real-time data linking capabilities that enable seamless coordination with other assets like AWACS, drones, and satellites. These capabilities make the jet a potent component of modern warfare, where networked battlespace awareness is as important as raw speed or firepower. But beyond all this, the psychological and strategic value of Tejas is immense. For decades, India was heavily dependent on imports for its fighter aircraft. The fact that Tejas is now being inducted in larger numbers and exported abroad marks a shift in defense capability. It signals a growing self-reliance that allows India to reduce vulnerabilities in times of geopolitical tension. As Western sanctions, supply chain disruptions, and diplomatic complexities become more frequent, countries with indigenous capabilities like India gain a significant edge. Tejas represents that edge. Another interesting angle is the cost-benefit equation. Modern fighter jets like the F-35, Rafale, and Eurofighter Typhoon are extremely capable, but their price tags are often beyond the reach of many developing nations. Tejas provides a practical middle ground. It doesn't compromise on key performance aspects while keeping acquisition and maintenance costs relatively low. The use of modular architecture allows for faster upgrades and technology insertions, making it future-proof to an extent that many aging platforms simply cannot match. Tejas also reflects India's growing capacity in defense research and development. Organizations like DRDO and HAL have not only matured through the Tejas program but have also established collaborative networks with private firms, startups, and academic institutions. The spin-off technologies from the Tejas program, ranging from radar and composites to avionics and weapons integration, are being applied across other defense projects and civilian aerospace sectors. In essence, Tejas has become a catalyst for a broader aerospace revolution in the country. Let's not forget its performance on the battlefield simulations. The aircraft has been repeatedly praised by Indian pilots for its smooth handling, sharp responsiveness, and combat readiness. With every passing exercise or border patrol mission, it proves its reliability. In scenarios where it has simulated engagements against foreign-origin jets like the Su-30 MKI or even the Mirage 2000, Tejas has performed competitively, sometimes even outperforming in terms of maneuverability and radar evasion. In 2025, as tensions rise in the Indo-Pacific region, having a fast-reacting, homegrown combat jet like Tejas offers India the agility it needs. Be it border skirmishes, airspace patrols, or full-scale aerial missions, Tejas can be rapidly deployed and supported from Indian bases. Its parts, technicians, and repair systems are already integrated into India's logistics chains. This gives it a wartime resilience that few imported systems can match. Furthermore, the perception of India as a serious defense player is changing. Countries that once dismissed India's indigenous capabilities are now closely watching its fighter jet evolution. The Tejas has become a conversation starter in diplomatic talks, defense meetings, and even geopolitical think tanks. Analysts are revisiting the early criticism and acknowledging the strategic patience and persistence it took for India to develop this capability, despite budgetary and political challenges. Of course, challenges remain. The scale of production, need for faster deliveries, and improvements in supply chain resilience are areas that India still needs to work on. Additionally, integrating indigenous engines like the Kaveri, or its successors, will be a game changer, but this aspect is still under development. As of now, the Tejas depends on foreign engines, primarily the GE series. But with ongoing collaboration and R&D, there's optimism that India will eventually field a fully indigenous combat jet, including propulsion. The Tejas is not just a machine, it is a symbol. A symbol of national pride, engineering determination, and strategic foresight. It showcases how a country can rise to meet its own defense needs through perseverance and innovation. Its journey from being labeled a project in limbo to a fighter that's not only defending Indian skies but also attracting foreign buyers, is nothing short of remarkable. In summary, 2025 marks a turning point. Tejas is no longer an underdog. It's a competitor, a performer, a frontline defender. It represents what India's future Air Force will look like: self-reliant, tech-savvy, and strategically nimble. It's not perfect, but it's evolving rapidly. And as new variants come online and export deals are finalized, the global defense community is being forced to pay attention. Whether it becomes a bestseller or remains a regional powerhouse, one thing is certain: the Tejas is here to stay, and it is flying higher than ever before.